Even a stock Suzuki DR650 is one of the best 50/50 dual sports money can buy. Thousands of dual sport riders around the world ranked the DR650 as one of the best all-around dual sports because of its ridiculously low maintenance, a crazy reliable track record, a decades-old history of parts, a fantastic, friendly, helpful community, undeniable value for cost, and vast parts and customization options. Now imagine that you are an executive at, say, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, and you've got a blank check and an unlimited catalog of parts to choose from to turn an already great DR650 Dual Sport into the ultimate adventure machine. Now imagine having that ultimate DR650 in your garage. Now stop imagining, because you can get that bike and have it in your garage and ride it whenever you want. That's right, last May I was extremely lucky to snatch up Rocky Mountain's Ultimate Adventure DR650, and since 2020 has turned into a competition of who can panic the hardest to avoid crippling societal shame, I'm auctioning it off to the highest bidder to stay afloat. Now if you're in the dual sports scene, you may know Barry Morris of Adventure Oz and Cross Training Enduro Skills, who is an amazing force for good in the off-road moto community. He's been pretty tight-lipped about it, but he recently broke his back and is out for the rest of the year. So to help in his recovery and make sure he can continue his outstanding videos during this insane time, 10% of the winning bid will go to help him continue making great content as well. So this incredibly reliable, battle-tested motorcycle has had a lot done to it, more than I can rattle off in this video. So if you want to see the full list of every part and piece that was put on this motorcycle, with pictures and prices, details, and reviews, I've put a link in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link to, say, buy something for your own motorcycle, it would help this channel, my small business, and my family immensely. But I want to tell you a few shortlist highlights of this build. It has an 8-gallon Safari fuel tank topped with a Safari rally fairing that looks awesome, adds a nice dash area, and cuts a ton of wind off your chest. The stock tank, headlight shroud, and many other stock parts are also included in the auction. The rubber-mounted stock foot pegs have been replaced by J&S Engineering foot peg mounts, topped off with IMS foot pegs for a much better off-road footprint. They replaced the stock head and tail lights with LEDs and added Thumper Jockey Enduro 3000 auxiliary lights, which I liked so much that I put them on my dream dirt bike build. They added Race Tech fork and shock springs so it handles much better off-road than stock. Rocky Mountain knows what's good with seat concepts, which is my favorite seat as well, and they even threw a seat heater on it, so it's just crazy nice for those colder weather rides. They replaced both wheels with Tusk Impact rims and replaced the stock 17-inch rear wheel with an 18-inch, which gives it even longer highway legs, and it fits many more tire options. On those wheels are Bridgestone Ultra heavy-duty tubes, Tusk rim locks, and Dunlop 606 tires with a couple adventures left in them. To keep the motor undamaged, they've added a Ricochet aluminum skid plate. Up in the front, it's got Tusk big bars and Pro Grip 714s, which I put on all of my motorcycles, whether adventure or enduro. It's got Tusk D-Flex Pro handguards with integrated turn signals and double take mirrors, which you will also find on all of my bikes. It's got two 12-volt outlets to keep all of your gadgets running and charged, a tachometer, voltmeter, and easy-to-reach switches for all the gadgets. They put on an FMF Q4 silencer, which is much lighter than the stock pipe and sounds fantastic without being a whole lot louder than stock. They were also keen to grind the clunky weld inside the header pipe, and with the airbox mods and a JD Jet kit, this bike runs on a whole new level of perfect. To make it an even better adventure tourer, they added Tusk pannier racks, which again is what I've put on every single one of my adventure bike builds, and a Tusk rear rack specific to the DR650. For some added bling, they threw on an aluminum shift lever, billet motor plugs, and brake reservoirs, and these awesome attack graphics, which look great but have bubbled a little bit around the tank. Important maintenance has also been done to this bike. They repacked and greased up the linkage, swing arm, steering, and all the bearings, and performed two other must-fix issues: the countershaft seal retainer and the thread locker mod on the neutral sending unit, so this bike is ready to go. I've only had it for about 1,500 miles since getting it from the dealership, Most of those have been on-road, so the oil and filters are still good to go. This auction doesn't include the GPS units, hard panniers, or tailbag that Rocky Mountain showed off in their adventure build video. But if bidding reaches $6,000, I will be able to include a Tusk Pilot tailbag and Tusk Pilot soft panniers, which have been excellent on the adventures that I've taken. It's a 2013 and it's just getting broken in with a little over 6,800 miles on it, most on the road with my brother in the pilot seat on our Southern Utah adventure tour last fall. This DR650 was the perfect mix of on-road comfort and power with great luggage capacity, yet was still lightweight enough with good suspension to handle off-road sections with ease. When the trip was over, every rider agreed that this was the best bike for that type of adventure ride. So you can bid on this truly outstanding motorcycle by clicking the link in the description, and as a bonus, the top bidders, whether they win or not, will get lifetime subscriptions to Barry Morris's excellent training series and supporters videos. Now, if you're serious about becoming a good rider, Barry's instructional videos are some of the best out there, and most of them are completely free on his channel. However, for supporters, he gets into more detail and produces even more content. Personally, his videos have been so massively helpful for me and my riding, I'd really like to help keep his channel going. So I encourage you to click the link to his supporters page and get great training content, support a truly good human being, and help him keep his channel going. Now, at the end of pretty much every video I make, I thank my patrons and producers for contributing to this channel, and right now, that really means more than ever. So if you are a patron or a producer and you get the winning bid on this motorcycle, I'll automatically lower your price by the amount that you contribute monthly times 10. It's just a little way of saying thank you and giving a little bit back for sticking with me, even though I'm honestly kind of falling apart during this whole situation and I've just sucked at making videos lately. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for checking out Barry's supporter training videos, and a big thanks to Barry and to all of you for being such a positive force in this community. I've always meant it and I mean it right now. Much love. eveRide out.